So how important is branding for you? You just touched up on this in the very beginning of this podcast. But how important is branding? Because I know that you also have a program. It's called Master Your Brand. But how can people that are listening to that podcast, doesn't matter if they have a salon business or a beauty business or whatever business, how can they use branding to set themselves apart from the rest?
Yeah, I always answer to that to people to make sure because I can say, okay, branding is everything, but it is
everything at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I really need them to feel why it's important. With that said, is that imagine, I have two beautiful daughters, right? So imagine I take my two beautiful daughters to the grocery shopping, and we go to the supermarket, and imagine that this supermarket only has white products. So everything is white. People working there, white stuff. So what would be the reaction of my children?
For the first time, they would leave the supermarket without asking for sweets.
Exactly. So this is a good one. Right? Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should do that. It's solving a lot of problems, I would say. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's something interesting that I studied the last few days and weeks. Is something that's called sensation transference. You hear about that already?
Yeah, from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it a lot. But this inspired me about, how it tells you that people exactly buy feelings, right? They buy emotion, not a product. With that said, I take my kids to the supermarket, right? And you see the cereals, You know how the cereals looks like. They look like, the monkeys
nice
and the
cartoon.
coloring and stuff like that. So it costs 15 euros for a cereal box, right? Or 10 euros, I don't know, man. My wife knows, but I don't know. But if I'm going to shop, so my kids are the perfect example of sensation transference, right? So you have the same product inside, but the packaging
is different. Yeah.
Right? You see the beautiful monkey jumping out of the box. Like, hey, come on, let's have
breakfast.
Yeah, let's have a breakfast. Let's create some beautiful time together. And then you see a white box, right? But the same, it's the same, right? So you will pay 10 or 15 euros, and the cereals cost maybe $2. The white product.
Yeah.
And this is all about branding as well. You need to create that. And I was thinking about, I need to create it as well with my customers. And every project that I'm doing, this is the first step that I need to create. How can I put emotion in this product or in the service on no matter what I'm doing? And the Underwater Show is a perfect example as well. How can I create a show that people will remind it 1 year, 2 year, 3, 4, 5 years later?
Yeah, never forget about it. Absolutely. So so basically you're thinking about what you can do to have an emotional reaction, emotional connection so that people will remember the interaction with your brand. Right?
Yeah.
So watching your show, sitting on the barber chair in your barber shop or in your woman's salon, like you want them to remember. So you use branding to ensure that they can be remembered afterwards, yeah?
Yeah. Because we can do an exercise, and I'm doing the exercise in academia as well with my students. I say, let's record a haircut. What are you doing, right? Just on the chair, talking to you. You put the camera in front of the customer. You talk to them. You show how you cut hair at the end. So what you see a video of someone who is cutting hair.
Yeah.
Right. So your branding is, I just cut hair, a haircut. Okay. Imagine doing.
That's already good points.
Yeah. But imagine doing the same. You're recording the guy that comes to your barbershop in advance. He wake up. You interview him like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm coming to the barbershop and I'm excited because I'm going there, right? Okay, you interview him then. Then he coming at the shop. You say, hey, you know what? Let's do some preps. Let's shoot the preps. And afterwards, we go to the photo studio, video shooting, and make some beautiful effects in it, right? At the end, we take black paper, because your company is gray, black. The company colors is gray, black, white, perhaps, right? So, and you create something about a branding that people recognize immediately without seeing the name. Then, oh, this is a Kevin Boon or Cop video, right? Then afterwards, you film the same guy, very, he's in the camera posing. You put some nice clothes on it, and you create a sensation. Mm-hmm. And you create that another guy wants to look the same as your customer, right? Because if you're only putting a shot and you're showing the sides of the haircut and the fade, then people say, yeah, I want this, I also want the fade, But if you're creating something, the total look from head to toe, and you saw like it's still the same process, it's still just a haircut, but with a completely other process, then you're not only inspiring the guy who wants to have a fade, but also his girlfriend, his mother, his aunt, his other brothers, because they say, oh, this is nice, and this is something that I truly believe in terms of branding, and think about the first seconds when you post something. The first seconds needs to grab the attention of the audience, because there are millions of people cutting hair, right? So even if you're doing just a normal hair tutorial, make sure that the first seconds counts.
So
create an emotion.
Yeah. So basically, this is the advice to everybody that is kind of putting their work out there. Mm-hmm. Think about how you can emotionalize your target audience. And then also you're immediately talking about video, right? Mm-hmm. So because a picture is a picture, but the video is an opportunity to tell a story, right?
Yeah, this is what people want to see those days.
Yeah, I know. I know. But it's difficult. I mean, if I would be, now you give me some advice. So I'm putting myself into the shoes of a very, very busy business owner that is still servicing clients. Yeah. So mm-hmm. working behind the chair, or do beauty services or whatever. So how can they put something together that is relevant? Because if I have only an hour left in the week to do some before and after pictures or whatever, how would you advise on how to change it?
Yeah. So as you know, in my business presentations that we do together at the academy, I call it the percentage. So the role of time management and branding and branding time, right? But it's the same as the Michelin restaurants and stuff like that.
So you have a certain percentage that you put aside to change. Okay.
Yeah. So but let's do that exercise afterwards. First of all, you have a Michelin restaurant. You have restaurants. So what's the difference between a chef? You're giving a chef a potato, an apple, and a cucumber. It doesn't matter what, right? So it's just a potato cucumber. So make the exercise, okay. You have 3 or 4 different chefs, and you said, okay, make something of it, right? So one is that, you can do it very fast, and you can make 100 plates of it, mm-hmm. or you can do it slow, perfectionize it, make a design on it, right? And do it just one plate in an hour, mm-hmm. right? But the chef who does it like in 1 minute, he cannot ask $100 for a plate, right? Because he needs to earn money. But the energy that he puts in, is it bigger or less than like the real, we call it in Belgium Arbeit.
Arbeit, yeah.
Arbeit,
yeah. The real Arbeit. Yeah, in German as well.
So there's a difference about the chef that makes a plate in a minute. So he makes 60 plates in 1 hour, for $5, right? And then there's a chef who makes 1 plate in an hour and asks $100 for it, right? So this is completely different, and I see that as well in our industry, right? It's the same, it's still the same potato, it's still the same cucumber and apple, right? But the price is different. Why is that?
Yeah, because of the experience.
Experience, and also the emotion and creativity that he puts in. And this is why I truly want to, also in my academy, don't be scared to work calm, but work more in detail and make sure that your haircuts, people recognize it from outside, you know?
Yeah.
And then we go to the point that we put percentiles on time management and how much, and value, you know, time and value, right? So the same exercise in the barbershop. Let's do the same exercise. So if you can do a haircut in 10 minutes, right? How much can you ask?
I don't know, 10 euros.
10 euros.
5 euros, I don't know. I mean, in 10 minutes is really fast. So you basically take a clipper and buzz it all off, right?
Yeah, exactly. So do the calculation as we know, you know, as entrepreneurs in the hairdresser industry, how much should a hairdresser ask per hour or earn? It depends on which country and the taxes and everything, right? But
yeah, and the city and the location.
I see that as 100 euros per hour in Belgium. Yeah, you think it's something reasonable?
It's reasonable, yeah,
and
absolutely.
Profitable,
it's definitely also for most of the salons something to go for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the main thing that's important. Or you can choose to do. So if you're a barber doing in 10 minutes a haircut, and you still want to be profitable, right? So you need to do 6 haircuts in an hour, right? I'm doing 1 or 2 haircuts in an hour, right? But still earning 100 euros, per hour.
Yeah, and
I mean, not me, but my shop.
Yep.
I'm a little bit more expensive than that. No, but what I'm trying to say is that, this is it. You know, if you want to spend 20 minutes on a haircut, then you need to ask 20. But it's not only that; it's how you can ask 100 euros for a haircut. How you become to that time when you can ask that, you know. And then I'm using the time value schedule.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, I really like that example because, there's a lot of people talking about, I can't find enough employees to service all my clients. And then there's other people that say, with the new generation, I don't know if I still want to do that, have a team and stuff like that. But this, what you just talked about is like opening a complete new opportunity package, like for also salon entrepreneurs to change the way they see and the way they manage the business basically as well, because when it comes to really understanding the difference between the time and the value aspect, so the percentage of time management that you just mentioned, and then the value that it has for your customer, you're kind of also putting the focus where your energy will follow your focus, based on customer experience, putting them into the center. Rather than saying, my neighbor is charging $50 for the haircut. I want to do 45, But you're focusing completely on the value, which is amazing. And the second thing, what I find really amazing is also I think you mentioned that as well, as like thinking about how much money do you need? I mean, is it $100? Is it $200 per hour? How much money do you need to generate in order to live the life that you want to live?
Or the lifestyle that you want to
live. Lifestyle, basically. Yeah. So,
No, but what is very important is that exactly, if you're asking you the question, how much do you want to earn in an hour, right? So, I cannot do that exercise for someone else. But speaking for myself, is that, we did some haircuts in Saint-Tropez. We did some haircuts in Belgium. We did some haircuts in Germany as well and stuff like that. And always we have the different price lists, right? So a haircut in Saint-Tropez is definitely more expensive than I asked for in Belgium.
Sure.
But I do it 1 hour and 20 minutes because, the value is high, But what's behind the price, of the price that we ask in Saint-Tropez? It's in a luxury hotel, right? The service is crazy. It's amazing. They are treating you like a president and a king. So that's different than going to the barbershop and say, hey, it's your turn, sit down, you know. So
walk in.
Yeah, walk in, sit down. So you need to consider that. So but for me, it's important that branding, invest in branding, because branding can give you the opportunity to, you know, answer your question on how much do you want to earn per hour, or what kind of lifestyle you want to create, you know, and which kind of lifestyle do you want to live, and what are your ambitions in the first place?
Yeah, what do you stand for?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Because when I go out and I select my brands that I'm wearing, for instance, when it comes to fashion, you know, I have a complete understanding of the brand that I'm going for. I'm not going after the others.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, if I go shopping and I have the plan of buying a new pair of sneakers, I know exactly where to look.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
and this is branding as well, right?
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I identify myself with that brand, and I'm looking for that, you know, value set, you know, that maybe is compatible with my value set, and I'm trying to find the right artist to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to come to the question is, how important is branding to you, or how important is branding to a business? Is that it's up to you. How much do you want to earn per hour? You know, and if it's on the response on that, you can reflect on the fact on how much you're going to invest in branding. You know, because a photographer, videographer, you know, there's my best mate there, a business partner behind the camera who nobody sees. Say hi, Fabrice. Hi, guys. Yeah,
there's always somebody
but the
behind
same
the
with
scenes.
you, the podcast, the material that you invest to have, you know, this is branding as well, you know. So yeah, branding costs money, though, so don't forget that.
Yeah, but it brings a lot.
Yeah, but it brings value to you, what you do.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. If you don't want to pay the cost of branding, and it's okay. But then you're gonna work more, and you're gonna need to work harder to get the amount that you wish for. You know.
And you will probably have a very hard time to leave a certain threshold when it comes to charging premium prices. So you will stay at some level.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to expand, right? And you just mentioned Saint-Tropez and, you know, doing haircuts for, can we say the name? Maison Cheval Blanc?
Cheval Blanc, yeah.
Yeah, so let's put in some of the French stuff here.
Yeah.
Mute. So, this podcast is not supported by LVMH
Exactly.
right now, but maybe in future. So if you have a brand and you're looking for a very nice business podcast, then give me a call.
Yeah.
As you see, we can also do it in German and English. This was a little commercially on the side. I mean, I'm totally get your point, because there you're in a different situation. But if also a company like LVMH, which is Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, which is one of the biggest luxury brands, or provider of luxury brands.
One of the biggest company in the world.
You know, run by the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
It's not Elon Musk, by the way, at the moment, but that can change daily. But it's really interesting. If they get you down to Saint-Tropez, get you on a flight, get your chauffeur, you know, have you there for a week, looking after all these celebrities that are top CEOs and kings and queens and whatever. That happens for a reason, and the only reason for that was also your branding, right?
Exactly.
Because otherwise they would have never noticed that there's this guy from...
No, definitely not. And you need to know Cheval Blanc is a very high luxury hotel. Right?
Yeah.
So
doesn't get
look at
better.
me. I mean, full tattooed, you know, coming from the street, you know, going there like, oh my God, you know, having meetings with some of them. But the manager, and to be honest, it's something straight with that. And this is why, I mean, this is a good exercise, because the reason how we went there is just they riding best barber in the world.
Yeah.
So my friend there behind the camera, he's a very good marketing guy as well. So he knows how to put my advertising in the right Google rating, right? So what they saw in France is that they saw my name something in the highest. So the manager of the hotel, she did some research and
on the best barber.
Yeah, of the best barber, and she saw my name. She did that on Instagram. She started following me for 1 year, you know, and she said, "Oh, this is what we need," right? And then the ball was rolling. So, I mean, it's exactly what I said. It's branding, it's marketing, it's how you know how to put your advertising on the right place and stuff like that.
And it's consistency again,
Exactly.
because she was following you for 1 year before they made the decision to book you. So
no, she had to do that to make sure that if she presenting someone to the higher intentions, it needs to make sure that, you know. No, but it's a very beautiful experience, and I'm very grateful about that as well. And then we're still in a close contact with them. But yeah, we can use that as an example that branding can put you in kind of positions where you can dream of, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that was a part of my life, of my career, that really give me answers of, maybe I should invest even more in my branding, right? Even more in creating a trigger to customers, to collaborations maybe, or other brands, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so if I would have a business in the hair industry or in outside of the industry, I mean, LVMH, you know, Cheval Blanc is a hotel, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's a hospitality industry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking for inspiration, if I'm looking for storytelling potential, especially when I'm thinking about creating visually engaging storytelling concepts, is that something that, you know, people can contact somebody like you to help them to bring their message across?
Definitely.
So even if they're not doing with hair, but
definitely. I mean, you know me. Probably as my manager, you are one of the guys who knows me the best.
Commercial.
Yeah, another commercial. Yeah, I will promote you every day. No, but as a manager, you know definitely that. I have a vision, and I have it. My biggest strengths are storytelling. You know, and it helps. It worked in the hair industry. And I helped already some entrepreneurs in storytelling, and they had a good product, but they didn't had a good story. You know, but a good story, again,
makes a difference.
Makes a difference. A good concept makes a difference. A good strategy on how I want to attract people or attract the buy force of the people. You know, this is something where even bigger brands needs to think about as well. But sometimes it's even more important than having a very good financial marketing plan. I mean, and this is something definitely where people can have a conversation with me, because this is what I do as well. I mean, this is what I love to do in the future as well, to collaborate some nice entrepreneurs, nice companies, that wants to bring a story and to activate the brand even better.
Yeah, this is a beautiful thing, because I mean, you know what, this is, I think, you know, it's, I mean I'm searching for the right words, but I think it's a beautiful thing, because if you have a brand and there comes the fresh perspective from outside that is understanding your brand and the need for your that your brand has, and at the same time understands what they can do to engage with their audience. It's a very powerful thing, and that definitely comes with understanding people and buying behavior, as you said. You know, like unleashing the buying power for your brand or product or service. And I think, you know, to bring that in and package that benefit in a story can really make a difference for brands. So I'm really excited to see what you're going to do out there, also in other industry with other people, or even within our industry, because as I said before, you have this we have this program called Master Your Brand that is going to take place in Berlin in September again.
Yes,
where also hairdressers and barbers and beauty professionals have the opportunity to tap into. I mean, join us for 3 days, right? So
yeah, exactly.
So join us for 3 days and then learn everything are getting the full concept basically inside out. So they will join and then they will leave with what? So they come and spend 3 days with us.
So
and
first of all, I don't like the name 3 days education. I see that as more as collaboration, 3 days of collaboration on how we can master your brand.
Yeah, oh, yeah, nice.
Right. So what's behind master brand is that exactly what I just told before as well, is that hairdressers taking them out of their comfort zone and rethink about the brand it created and creating a structure behind it, you know, and helping them to the process to get the brand at the best shape of their life.
Yeah.
Right. See the brand as a body, you know. Just go with your brand to the gym and make sure that he has the best shape. We cannot say that for us.
We cannot say that today,
yeah.
I'm just like sitting here like
yeah, but yeah, you need to I mean, we are not the best example, but I mean, it is the same. It is the same, you know. You just make your brand sexy.
Yeah, it's a living process.
Attractive.
Yeah, and you know, and I mean, again, you know, we are here in the barbershop of Johannes the Blade, who has participated in the last edition of Master Your Brand, and he has done a very good development, and obviously also received a very nice prize and stuff. But you see, but people, or you know, even Julia from Schädelgärtner that has used that inspiration to create her own collection that was then featured in Top Hair magazine, on a couple of pages. So you see, and then now she's, I think, releasing her second collection. So you see that this has an impact on how people see themselves, and then ultimately also understand the techniques that it takes to bring that to life. You know, share that with the public. You know, so I think this is a really powerful way, and I think it's also pretty. It means something if you share the chocolate recipe with everybody. I mean, not only to do the perfect fade, but more importantly to what it takes to put your branding into a professional structure and put it out there.
What is interesting is that 3 days of me telling how to do things. It's we do it.
Yeah, we do it together.
We do it together. Yeah. Under 3 days. So it's not that you get an education or look and learn or a 3 days education about marketing, branding strategy and stuff like that. No, we do it together. So we have a full photographing team, media team, videographers, business owners that share the knowledge, you know, branding, graphic designers who are gonna attempt as well and help us on creating collections or think about the brand that they have already, of even hairdressers. I mean, we had some hairdressers as well at the 3 Master Day course that didn't have a brand. They are just like employees of a barbershop.
Yeah.
And I really, truly believe that even barbershop owners or hair salon owners, needs to bring that to the employees as well. They need to do the exercise, like if you need to open a shop or you are the brand, the personal branding, what do you love? How you want to present yourself to the audience, right? This is something where we work on. And it's not working on, we just do it. So they get already content and branding from the 3 days afterwards as well. So it's amazing.
So just to recap, so if you're attending, you're not only leaving with all the inspiration, all the knowledge, but you're also leaving with content that was created together with you throughout the 3 days. So you have all the material on hand that you need to work on your personal brand or your salon brand. And then on the 3 days, we provide everything. Yeah.
We provide the perfect models. We provide the perfect pictures, the videos that you need to have. So we give you already the first step of your new area.
Booster rockets.
Yeah, booster rockets, exactly. So we give you the drugs, you know, and then you get addicted to your own brand, you know, and then you need to make sure that you take your drugs every day to get high on your brand.
Get high on your own supply again.
You need to delete that. Don't do drugs. It's awful.
Maybe we're gonna cut the last 10 seconds. Yeah, but I mean, it's a very powerful thing. So let's keep it that way. So if you need more information about that, if you want to learn more about, or if you have a question about it, then see if that is something for you, just contact us. So yeah, in the show notes, you have the contact details, and contact us at Halo, and we talk about it, and then you'll find out if that is something for you. Although we must say we are already, we love working with small groups, so seats are limited.
Yeah.
And once they're gone, they're gone. Yeah. So it's 8 to 10 people maximum.
Yeah, because we
need to have it intense.
Yeah, we need to have it intense, and we need to make sure that the collection that they created those 3 days are the collection that pops out, and basically also
exactly. So if you feel the urge now, if you feel that there's something happening in your stomach area, better send us an email now.
You're feeling the butterflies.
The butterflies.
Okay.
Just final remarks, Kevin. So, I mean, it's, I think, already an hour. So it was a very good fun talking to you in this podcast today. So thanks for coming over to Berlin and sitting here in our studio. If you think about one thing so many things are happening right now with digitalization and artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and, all the things that are kind of, challenging everything that we had in our belief system in the past. I mean, when you think about our industry, when you think about small business owners, entrepreneurs, what do you wish for in the next couple of years? So what is something that you would like to see in terms of development or new things coming through?
So I'm truly work on. I want to see the community growing, and I want to see having a kind of a revolutionary time where I see people, barbers, hairdressing changing, and becoming more artists and not only,
craftsmen. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is one thing. The other thing is that for myself personally, I want to invest in time. So I want to make sure that my time is more valued, what I'm doing already right now, and creating more time for family and happiness, It's not that I'm not happy what I do, but I truly believe that time we create kind of opportunities, and to make sure that I can do what I love to do, right? And that I still can do what I love to do. So that's important for me. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, mate. It was a pleasure talking to you, listening to you. I think for everybody that is listening to the podcast or watching it on YouTube or Spotify, leave us your questions. I mean, we are constantly in exchange with Kevin. So if you want to learn more about a couple of things, then make sure that you comment, follow us, like us, press the whatever button you need to press to put an abo on this podcast. And it's nothing more to say than thank you. Merci beaucoup.
De rien.
And
avec plaisir.
Yeah, avec plaisir. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So for everybody that doesn't want to listen to this in English, use the subtitles that YouTube is providing. So this is the beauty of our time.
Yeah.
So we need to do. So again, artificial intelligence and stuff like that is helping us a lot. And you definitely be invited back. So next show, next program, next big business opportunity, and see you then in a few weeks for Master Your Brand and Statement Summit.
Definitely. And I want to thank you as well for the time and the nice conversation, and also for believing in everything, and make people a better person and in better craft. So that's thank you for that.
You're welcome.